Hi everyone. So Joe was telling me a lot of people want to know about what I make for one of the best desserts, must-have Thanksgiving dessert. You need to put this on. It's like a pumpkin crunch cake. I didn't come up with it. I actually found it on one of the Duncan Hines recipe websites, so you can look at it there. But I'm just going to show you right now what you're going to need. So you're going to need pure pumpkin, and this is 15 ounces of pure pumpkin, then a can of evaporated milk, and that's a regular can, so that's okay. 12 fluid ounces of evaporated milk, okay. 3 eggs, I use extra large eggs. A cup and a half, I measured everything out, I'm proud of myself. A cup and a half of sugar, white sugar. You're going to use 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. I got this in the dollar store. Ina would be upset. Half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of butter. So 1 cup of butter is 2 sticks. I'm going to have to melt this, so I'm going to show you this. 1 package of the Duncan Hines cake mix, and it's the classic yellow. That's the one I use for this recipe. And the other thing is, if you would like, but this gives it the crunch, is the pecan. So I already cut up a cup of, I chopped up a cup of pecans. And I'm just going to show you. I buy the big box, big bag. And I buy it in Costco or BJ's or one of those if you have that, like a Sam's Club. And this is just a container that had the peanut pretzel things. Well, that's not what's in there, Joe. He's showing you that. Now you know what we eat, but anyway. So what I do then is I open up the can. I mark the date. I take that little thing off when it says Best Buy, so I know exactly when it's going to be Best Buy. And I Scotch tape it on here. And then I actually refrigerate this because I think it stays better. So of course, this is not peanut butter nuggets. And I have a container like this of almonds. I have a container like this of walnuts. And again, if they stay in the refrigerator, they stay better because especially with the heat, the oils get rancid. So those are the 9 ingredients. Just to recap, 1 can of pure pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix, pure pumpkin, 100% pure, okay? 100% pure. 1 can, and that was again 12 ounces. You think I would know. 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 3 eggs, 1½ cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, ½ a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, the Duncan Hines classic yellow mix, and a cup of pecans chopped. Okay? And I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do, so you'll see it when I come back, I'm going to put in this, and I'm just going to mix it by hand. The pumpkin, the 3 eggs, the evaporated milk, the sugar, the pumpkin pie, and the salt. I'm going to just mix those together, and then we'll be back. Okay?
What are you doing there, Marianne?
Okay, so I put my 3 eggs in. I'm just breaking this up. Preheat oven to 350, bake 350, so that's ready to go. The whole thing takes a little over an hour. And actually I chopped up these pecans just for time of the video. So I have the eggs in here, I just broke them up. I'm pouring in my evaporated milk. Okay, whoops. So you're getting to see the whole effect here. Oh,
don't forget to shake that can before you open it.
Yes, yeah, because it says shake before use. Okay. All right, I'll make sure I get more out. Now I have my 2 sticks of butter in here. I'm going to melt that while we're mixing this together. Oh God, you're going to, don't get my, did you get my dress, Joe?
I'm looking at the eggs.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to put in the can of pumpkin. And this is a good time, and this recipe is real. I love pumpkin, except pumpkin pie I love, but I hate when the crust is not cooked or it gets soggy. So this recipe actually, because you know on Thanksgiving, sorry about that, you know on Thanksgiving, sometimes you want something sweet, but you don't want a big piece of pie. This one you can actually cut up into bars, you can cut up into just different pieces, so people can get a taste, but they don't have to, you know, eat the whole thing there. So let me just put this in, and then I'm going to, this is going to be a little bit, But if it's over, I don't really care.
What is that now again?
This is pumpkin pie spice.
How much is it?
A tablespoon. Let me see if it's a little over. I think it has nutmeg, some cinnamon. I'm going to make sure I have. If it's a little extra, that's okay with me. Because whoops. Okay, so it's a tablespoon, a healthy tablespoon. Okay. Then a teaspoon of the salt. Half a teaspoon, sorry. Whoops. I don't want to put too much of that in. Half a teaspoon of salt. That one's done. And then we're going to add our sugar. And then I'm just going to mix this.
How much that was in?
That was a cup and a half of sugar. So that basically makes the pumpkin, bottom of the pumpkin. Oh, and I did this before too. So you're going to grease, butter and flour a pan. This is 9 by 13 pan. And you're just going to mix this up. Give yourself time. It doesn't have to be. And this is also something you can make a couple days ahead. Put it in a refrigerator, just cover it with aluminum foil. And as I was saying to you before, this is going to cook for 25 minutes, and then you're going to take it out of the oven and put the chopped pecans on it. So while it's in the oven, you can be doing your chopping for your pecans. I did it all ahead, which normally I don't do, but I think we got most of that out, Joe.
I think you squeezed it out.
I squeezed it out, I know. Look how good I did at the can. Believe me, I'd be using my other little spatula to get it out, okay? I think this is a nice recipe. It's easy. It's, another choice for pumpkin pie. Another pumpkin dish. It's really I really, really like it. So I'm going to just make sure. So that's out. Okay, we got almost blended.
It's a little dangerous though because it calls you.
Joe loves this because I make it, and a little at a time I'll see him go in, get the pan, go in, and I think I made this for Christmas last year too. As I said to you, I love pumpkin pie, but I hate, and I like it when the crust is cooked. I don't like anything doughy. So you're going to see that's a pretty good consistency here. Right? I'm going to just try to get a little bit more of those, incorporate the egg into it. All right? And then I'm just going to get that going. I have to go get the butter, but I have not dressed for the occasion here because I was hot, so I took my clothes off and I put on like this little house dress. Okay. All right. So that's good there. I'm going to pour this in.
You don't have to put the butter in before you pour it in?
Nope. Nope. Oh, wait, is that butter done? Okay. Oops, don't want to do that.
Go back, Marianne.
Okay, so wait till you see how easy this recipe is. So now I took the cake mix, and you just have to drizzle it. You know what, I break the little cake bumps, but actually you probably shouldn't. It makes like crumbs. This is going to make a crumb topping. This is like the easiest recipe to make. For real, definitely is easy.
But it's a showstopper.
Oh my God. It is good.
It's really good.
I actually didn't want Joe to see how So now I'm putting this on, right? So you just kind of go, make sure you get all in the ends.
You use the whole thing?
Yes, the whole cake mix. And again, if you get this cake mix on sale, this makes a really nice dessert. Okay, so that's there. See, so you got the crunch. Now I melted my cup. That's a cup of butter. So all you have to do, I was going to do it with a little spatula. You're just kind of drizzling it on. I'm just going to use this to make sure I get it some all around. But you can just have to, you'll see it just to make sure. It says drizzle all around. Then I'm going to pop this in the oven for 25 minutes at 350. When that's done, I'm going to take it out, sprinkle those pecans on top, put it, cover it with aluminum foil, and put it back in the oven for 25 minutes. and it should be done. Now, how easy is that? But not only is it easy, it's for real, it's absolutely delicious. And it looks like a lot of butter, which probably it is. However, it's making a big tray. You're making a big, you know, big dessert here. So
I love it, and I don't think I've ever had a big piece of it. I just, you have like a little taste of it. Yeah.
So you see this? I'm not going to let this go to waste. I know this is good, but I have to scrape it all out because I don't want anything to go through. Okay, so I'm just going through. Just make sure I get the rest of that butter. Don't want to lose any yumminess. Okay, that's it. I'm going to tell Google to time 25 minutes, putting this in the oven. Well, I'll be cleaning this when this is clean. I mean, by the time this comes out, I'll have my I'll clean up a little bit. And so 25 minutes, we're gonna take it out, sprinkle it with the pecan. So I'll see you in 25 minutes. Ciao. Tell me when you
It's on.
Okay, hi everybody. Okay, 25 minutes. It smells magnificent in here. Okay, so I want to put, when I put it back, I want to put this in the front. Oh, okay, Google. We have the timer going and my
Okay,
phone
Google,
timer.
stop.
Okay, so make sure you close that. So you see, it's got a little bit of crunch. It's very, very good. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle this on, right? I'm never quite sure. It says about a cup, but I don't know.
Those are pecans, right?
Yes. You know, I guess you can use any nuts you want. Oh, so anyway, for point of clarification, I love pumpkin pie, and I'm going to have pumpkin pie. You have to show me, Joe. I am going to have pumpkin pie too, but this is an alternative. This is an additional, okay? It's an additional
And can
dessert.
I say, I put a dab of whipped cream on it. It certainly doesn't need it, but
that's what I was trying to say before. If you cut this, this will make at least 16, 20 pieces. So if you look at it like that.
Because
Okay.
Marianne always, you know what happens, there's so much stuff for dessert, and then people, well, we're not going to have people this year, but usually in normal life, people take too much of everything. They take it too big of a piece, and they don't eat it. They just
You know
like
what? It
waste
would
it.
make me crazy. Like I would make the cheesecake, and I used to make it in a tray. I still do it in a circle sometimes. And then people would take a chunk, and then they would eat like 1 or 2 forkfuls. So this way, I don't care how much you eat, but if you want just a little square, you're going to just cut out a little bit of a little square, and that's it. Because this way, you're still getting the dessert.
Yeah, because especially at the holiday.
Yeah, because you're so full. I'm sorry, Joe.
I'm sorry.
No. You go ahead. You're so full, but you want something sweet, but you don't want a big chunk. And then you know what's nice about this? This actually it tastes better as it's like a few days later, it's still great. So, okay, I just kind of sprinkled the pecans over. I told you, this is really an easy recipe. I'm all cleaned up anyway here. I'm going to put it back in the oven for 25 minutes, still at 350, so my oven is at 350, and then it will be done. So, I mean, how easy is this? And not only is it easy, it's delicious. Okay? All right, here we go. And you see my little, I'm trying to, I guess it's called season this little, it's, what do you call that, cast iron pan. Heart shape, making Joe a heart something one day, but I had to season it. So there we go, I should have closed it right away. See you back in 25 minutes. Ciao. Hello, see you back in 2 seconds.
It hasn't been 25 minutes, it's 2 seconds.
I'm sorry, I forgot, I'm just looking at the aluminum foil. You have to cover it now. Once you put the nuts on, you have to cover it. That's so funny. Good thing I had the aluminum foil ready to go because I would have forgot.
Will they burn if it's not covered?
It cooks better because it kind of seals it. So just be very careful because the pan is still very hot. So I'm going to use this to hold this. And sorry about that. That's so funny, right? I said, oh, geez. Hello. That was one time I was making a cheesecake and it actually said 325, but because I can't see anymore, I thought it said 375. I looked in the oven, it was puffed, but you know what? Actually, that was good that day too. Okay, so seal it tight. Just watch your little fingers. Joe thought it was done already. He was getting excited. Okay, now put it back in the oven for 25 minutes. Sorry about that. Make sure you put your timer on, okay? Okay, there we go. Now, see you in 25 minutes. Ciao.
We're back.
Oh, that's it. Perfect timing. Okay, Google, stop. Okay, 25 minutes passed. So I'm taking it, I'm going to shut my oven off. Taking it out of the oven. Here's my little heart pan. Now, here's the worst part, everybody. We have to cool completely before eating. It smells magnificent. And again, as I said to you, you should add this to your, if you're having Thanksgiving, or I don't know if you're going anywhere, but you want to bring something to somebody. And it doesn't have to be Thanksgiving, you can do Christmas. So be very, 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 very careful, because you're seeing the steam coming out of here. Okay, keep the aluminum foil so you can go on. Voila! Oh my God, whew, it smells beautiful.
Bakery.
So sometimes it gets more crunch on it, but this is good because the butter went in through the whole thing. And again, if you don't really like the nuts, if you can't have pecans, don't use the pecans. I'm sure you can use walnuts as well. And it's a great recipe, and you're gonna, well, we'll come back and we'll show you when it cools completely. So when we could cut it, and you'll see the pumpkins, layer of pumpkin on the bottom, and it's a nice dessert. Swift that. It does smell good. That's it. So we have to come back to it. It has to cool completely. So I'm gonna probably put it on the oven to let it cool. Maybe I'll let it cool.
You're on the stove top to cool,
Yes,
you mean?
yeah. I'm saying the oven, on the stove top to cool. All right?
Okay,
And it
so
was
we're
great.
gonna break
And
away?
Yes, and as I said to you, please try this recipe. If you like it, you can give us a thumbs up. We're gonna be back anyway, but it's an easy recipe. I mean, it's not totally from scratch, but it's a great recipe. Okay, can't say enough. Bye, ciao.
But you're gonna come back to taste it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to let it cool.
Okay.
I know, Joe. So you want to?
We don't want them to go away. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
just
don't
don't
go
want
away. We're gonna come back because I want to show you the layer, and then I'll show you even how I can cut a piece to go through. If you wanted to see, this one's not all the way in. If you wanted to, you could push it down. But
Okay, so we'll be back.
okay, bye. On.
Yep.
Okay. So it's not totally 100% cool, but just look, you can see the pumpkin here. See, it went up on the side. Delicious pumpkin in there. So I'm going to taste it right now. Really good. You need, excuse me, not supposed to chew and speak when you're eating. It's really good. It's just a different take on a pumpkin dessert. And as I said, like, see how I cut this? You could actually, if you wanted to, even like cut little, I'm just going to show you, like make a little thing here and put it in. Well, now it croaked, sleep. You know, a little thing like this, and you can make little desserts, and you'll see there's all the pumpkin in here. Joe, let me let you taste the piece while you're videoing. Here it comes, Joe. It's good.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
so
good.
anyway, I hope you try it. Give it a try. Again, you can actually cut this. I put it in the refrigerator, and if you want it, you could always heat it up. Joe, as he's told you, puts whipped cream on it, but you can just cut it up. So
I actually like it cold.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be cold. We were just trying it right now because I wanted to finish the video, but it's really, really good. And again, different take on pumpkin. So easy and delicious. Hope you like it. And that's it. Bye now. If you do, thumbs up. Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.
Yes, please subscribe. We're trying to get to it. How much, Joe?
10,000.
10,000.
In 2 weeks. Not
2
happening.
weeks. I don't know if it's happening, but subscribe if you like it, or please tell your friends about it. I also wanted to, I was going to tell you about some other recipes, but we'll talk about that another time. All right? Joe's tired. I'm tired. Bye, guys.